Hey, this is Tim, licensed loan officer. Thanks so much for watching. Today we're going to talk about debt to income. All right. So I want to talk about debt to income today. And I'm going to go ahead here and share my computer screen. And this is from Google here. So what is debt to income? Debt to income is when you calculate all your monthly debts and divide it by your gross income. Now this is kind of like a mortgage 101. Most people do not know what debt to income is until a lender tells them that their debt is too high or they need to pay off some things to qualify for a mortgage. But I think it's deeper than that. Debt to income is good because if you do a budget and write down all your debt and then your income, you can see, whether you're healthy or not, like financial healthy or not, or need to pay off some debt. So it's really important to know your debt to income. So let's get into this video. And the first thing I want to do is show you a credit report. So let me just drag this over here. This is a credit report. Now, I had to block out the name and stuff like that, but this is an actual credit report that I got from a client, and we're going to go over this just so I can explain what debt to income is. So let's make this big here. So this is just the company we use. There's different companies that different lenders use. Some, this could be Credco or Informative Research. It's just a credit company, so you can use different credit reports. So what we see is normally a credit score. So we have 3 credit scores. For some reason, I only pulled 1 because this person's working on their credit, so they have 2 credit scores. But ideally, to get a mortgage, you want all 3 credit scores. So we'll go to page 2 here. And on page 2, it has our lender information, and a credit report has some stuff I blocked out and then some notes. So what debt to income is we go down here to the credit report and we add up the minimum payments. So you may not be able to see this, but this is $477. This is $35. This is $15. So let's add those up real quick here. And you can do the same thing with you. Take your credit report and just add up those minimum payments, okay? So that plus $35 and $15. Now his total debt on the credit report is $527. Now most of the time people are going to have a little bit more debt. They may have some student loans, a car loan, and things like that. So let's keep that $527 here. And now we're going to go over here to Canva, and we're going to talk more about debt to income. So right here, the first thing is that we take all the minimum payments on the credit report. And you can do the same thing, just the minimum payments, not the whole debt, just the minimum payment. And then we add up the minimum payments. So as you see here, we added it up to $527. So let's do it right here with the math here, okay? So let's take it here. And now his minimum payments, as we talked about, that was, like you said, right here over here, where it was $527. So let's do that here. $527 plus his new mortgage. So let's put new mortgage here. And let's just say, hypothetically for this example, his new mortgage is $1,000, okay? And then let's calculate the income. Now, I believe he told me his income was about $4,300 a month. Okay. So, see, when you do this on the fly, this is what happens. All right, so $527 plus $1,000. Let's divide that here. So, 527 plus 1, 2, 3. That equals that. And now let's divide that by his income. And 35% is his debt to income, 35%. So we'll put 0.35. Now that's a healthy debt to income. Now, what is a healthy debt to income? As low as possible. So you want to have the lowest as possible debt to income. But for a mortgage purpose, you want it under 45%. Now, there are programs like FHA that allow you to go up to 57%. But at 57%, we do need something called a compensating factor. What that would be is a high credit score or 6 months of payments in the bank. They call those assets reserve, or 12 months of on-time rent payment. So you need a compensating factor if you go over 45%. But I hope this helps. What I recommend you doing is go over to Credit Karma, and you can click on report, add up all your minimum payments, and divide that by your income and see where your debt to income is. Ideally, you want your debt to income to be as low as possible to qualify for a mortgage and just to be financial savvy, financial healthy. The more money you have come in, the better. The more money that goes out is kind of the worse. So hope this explains what debt to income is. If you have more questions, comment below, and I'd love to answer it for you. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.